major benefit is a radical difference in the thinking. In a sense, gender diversity is equipping us for the future. The challenges are first to get organisations like golf and golfers to understand what gender diversity is in its many formats, and from then to try and implement a plan to make sure that there is the diversity of the talents for sporting organisations. I think the fact that golf has predominantly been a sport that men have played, and the balance of a club may be 80% male, 20% female, has been an issue, but that's breaking down rather more rapidly now, and will continue to do so until every member of a golf club is treated as a member, not as a male or a female as such. Look, in recent times, Golf SA has addressed the challenges, firstly by merging the Men's and Women's Golf Association. So that was a major step about 7 years ago. And then it's worked diligently because there's a fair amount of literature, a fair amount of information available to those thinking organisations about gender and the diversity of gender. So we've worked carefully through those issues and got to a position where we felt comfortable that the decisions we're making are for the betterment of the game of golf. The processes we put in place were fairly straightforward. The first was to understand exactly what gender diversity is and how it would be of benefit. The second was to put together a constitution that allowed us to do what we wanted to do. And the third was to actually go out and find the individuals who made up that diversity. We haven't finished by a long shot, but those were the three sort of clear areas that we worked on initially. We've only had a significant change in the board over the last 12 months or so, so we're still finding our way and developing that growth pattern, but certainly there's been a far more interest in things like women's golf, in things like our financial portfolios as a result of the diversity that we've brought through. The major benefit is a radical difference in the thinking. Initially around a board table of a certain gender-specific and stereo-specific board, you would get the same views and the same opinions. These days around the board of 7, you get 5 or 6 different opinions and then variances on those differences as well. There's always a new idea, a refreshing idea, and that's great because it does make all of us think very, very hard as to how we're going to do this. The studies show that a diverse board does bring significant benefits, including sponsorship and partnership, and we're hoping to be able to capture some of that as we go through. We place a great emphasis on our organisation reflecting the diverse nature of our membership, because our membership is so diverse. We're just starting to find out how diverse it is by having a greater diversity on the board. It's not a one-for-one, but we're finding that we're hearing different views of the organisation, and we really do need to take account of all those views. Golf being 80-20, 80% male, 20% female, there is a huge untapped potential for more membership of females, and we're working as hard as we can to redress that. I think it's an opportunity, and it's one that is sitting there waiting for us to do something for and with. In a sense, gender diversity is equipping us for the future. It allows us to tap into all those resources, all those people, all those market segments that we wouldn't have traditionally tapped into, and I think that's great for the sport. My message to other sporting organisations is have a look around and see what's going on. certainly talk to the organisations that are going down this track and see where you can comfortably fit. There's no good pushing if you can't fit comfortably, but there is a niche for every sporting organisation to go down the path of gender diversity. It's critically important for golf as a sport to have a good representation of men and women. It's not just women, but it's good quality men as well. And this is something that you really have to take into account. Just because you're tipping the scales in one direction with gender equity doesn't mean to say that you can allow the quality of the other gender to fall away. You really do have to work to get the best people. Organisations always face the risk of being stagnant and becoming stagnant. It's doing the same thing next year as you did last year, doing the same old thing over and over again. And if you do that, you will fall behind. Diversity is important because the people who bring that diversity to organisation are always questioning what you're doing. Even in simple things, why do you do that? Why is that the way that you do it? They question, and that makes you question, and that allows you the opportunity to be a better organisation. Golf SA's attitude from the start was, let's get on with this and do it. It made sense to us from the start, and that's exactly what we've done. And we won't stop. We can't stop really, because it is a process that we have to do continuously.